My name is Kristopher Wintee, and I am a student at Marian University's ABSN program in Nashville, Tennessee. I was living in Santa Fe, New Mexico, working as an actor, which basically meant lots of part-time jobs. We were expecting our third kid, and that's kind of when it hit me that I needed to get something more stable, a little more lucrative, more dependable. We had lived out here in Nashville for about 7 years. Just made sense to come to school out here. Marian was really the only school that was easily accessible. When I was looking into applying, they got back to me right away and made the admissions process really easy. One of the whole reasons I picked nursing as a career to pursue now, it'd be like my third career, was that fact that you can get into school and get out within 16 months. I didn't have time to go 4 years without an income. I'm fortunate enough that I just drive Uber. If you can find a flexible part-time gig, and flexible is a key. One thing that Marian offered us was the hospital that we have the clinical partnership here with encouraged everyone to become interns. So you can go work as an unlicensed tech, doing a lot of the things that we were learning in school. They pay a little bit of money. You're working hand in hand with a nurse on potentially a floor that you might want to get a job at. That was just as helpful, if not more, than the clinical hours we're putting in. The cohort's close. We went through our first semester together, which was pretty overwhelming for a lot of people, and so that kind of brought us together. The clinical instructors have all been very warm and supportive and understanding, especially the first semester. When you don't even really have an idea of what it actually means to maybe be a nurse, they were very supportive and reassuring. My mom's mom, we called her Nani. She was a nurse. She was raising kids and went back and got her RN. And she was able to travel wherever we went. She lived close to us as I was growing up. She was always there to support, and that's because she was a nurse. She could get a job anywhere doing something that paid pretty well. So I get a lot of inspiration from her. There's nothing that I love more than finishing a shift or a clinical or getting done with a test and then coming home and playing with the kids. That's how I recharge. That's how I unwind a little bit. It feels good because I worked hard that day and did something that was ultimately going to benefit them. Showing up for them with that in mind helps me just be that much more present. Yeah, it's very, very rewarding.